Hello everybody, MacFrog here. Today we're going to take a look at a Kickstarter for some terrain that can be used in your Battletech, Adeptus Titanicus, Eptic 40K, Aeronautica Imperialis, and other 6 to 8mm tabletop games. The creator, Chris Martins from Wargame Forge, has asked me if I would do a test 3D printing and paint up a sample STL file from the campaign, so let's see what they have to offer. Looking at the Kickstarter, Wargame Forge is offering a collection of the latest designs for these Gothic-style buildings as part of a continuing effort. It's not a one-of, and the Kickstarter has already reached its funding goal, so it's worth noting. It's clear from the description that this is a passion project and a continuing one, and I appreciate that. There are 5 support tiers for the project, so you know exactly what STL files you're going to get. There are plenty of pictures with the Kickstarter, so you know this matches with this type of building. Each of the buildings comes in several formats to meet your gaming needs. For the example in this video, I went with a full-sized building without the hex-based bottoms to show off the design and to fit with my pre-existing Battletech terrain. While the examples on the Kickstarter page are 3D printed from PLA plastics, I print mine in resin just to see what could be done. I did end up hollowing out the building and adding a couple of holes in the bottom for drainage, which is easy as there weren't any strange internal spaces in the building. That's a big plus for those of us who are printing in resin. If you're interested, make sure you pay close attention to the descriptions of each tier so that you get the version of the buildings that you want. The hex map scale is much smaller than the others in order to make them fit the terrain scale on a Battletech hex map. Additionally, there are 6mm with hex bases that are designed to also fit on the hex maps, but at a much larger mech size. There are lots of different add-ons for hex-based play, including some really neat road tiles. The stretch goals include some additional buildings at each $500 level, and they've already hit a couple of those stretch goals, so you're going to get some extra buildings there if you dive in now. As the month progresses, this deal could be getting better and better. So let's talk about the prints. I ended up printing one of the larger buildings the designer shared with me and one at a hex map scale. Each printed well, though I should have probably gone with the heavier supports with the bigger building instead of the light, as a little corner on the bottom had a bit of a bow to it. Nothing a little green stuff can't conceal. The quality was great, and there were some really good details hidden in the ruined portion of the structure. The designers noted that when he prints them in PLA, he doesn't use supports for the internal spaces, so the drooping bits kind of enhance the look of a damaged building on the inside. As it turned out, I only needed a few supports for the resin, as I printed the building at a slight angle. So I decided I was going to go with a grimy, ruined look to these buildings, as they are going to get a couple of washes over the course of this project. After the black primer, we're going to go in with a heavy dry brush, hitting with a light gray, and then in order to break up the building pieces a bit, I painted up each of the support pillars that run up the sides of the building using a light gray. Afterward, another wash and some grimy paint around the base, and it looks like a building that's seen much better days. Well, here they are. I think that the quality of the design is there, and I appreciate the effort that went into making the ruined sections look genuine. It's not as easy as one might think to make damage look like an actual randomized real-world rubble. If you're interested in learning more about this Kickstarter, I've included the link in the comments below. I appreciate that the creator felt my audience would be keen on knowing that the Kickstarter is running. I hope you go and check it out. If you do end up seeing this video later, keep in mind the Wargame Forge designs are available in my mini factory, which is also included in this video's description. Let me know how you think the building turned out. Thank you to everyone for watching, and to the Ko-Fi supporters who are keeping the resin flowing. Thanks again to Wargame Forge. Take care, be awesome, and go make the world a slightly better place today and tomorrow.